happy fall. It's starting to feel like it a little bit now here in Nashville, and I hope that you've been able to make some family fun, whether that's go out to a pumpkin patch or go to Arrington and enjoy a great bottle of wine while you're looking at all of the gorgeous countryside. I have been driving out in the back roads lately looking for some folks who wanted to move further out, get some acreage, and it has just been phenomenally gorgeous with all the rain we had with the trees. Highly encourage you go down south, Leapers Fork, Fairview area. It's beautiful. So let's get into the numbers. How did September look? Great news, we were up 17%. That is phenomenal. So we were, normally we'd be about 3,200 listings closed, and this month we actually were over 4,000. So that is great news. And when you kind of go ahead and project to like, well, how are we tracking for the year? Because of course the market here did not really catch fire until June because of COVID. And so we have kind of made up for lost time. And you think with a couple months of it being under closings that we'd probably be struggling just to meet last year, but no, it looks like we are going to blow past last year because we are already, let me get my number, we're already at 32,500 closings, and for the entire year last year we were at 38,000. So there's no, it really takes something crazy, really crazy happening for us not to blow past that over the next 90 days. So the great news is third quarter we are up 12% for the year, so we are tracking just fantastic. Now that's great news if you are thinking of selling, because we still have a massive inventory shortage. We are missing like a third of our home listings. Where we do have a surplus are condos. And I assume that's happening pretty much because we've got a lot of people who are, they bought condos for their kids going to school. Either their kids graduated because there was a lot of turnover when graduation came. And now they're like, hey, I don't really want to be a landlord in a city where I don't live. So we've seen some of that happen. We've also seen some people that were allowed to do Airbnb, they're selling theirs off as well. So that is why the condo market has not seen quite the price increases that we are seeing in single family homes. So let's talk single family home price. So in January, and again, January is when you generally do find some deals because these are motivated sellers. They're probably having to do it for job relocation or major life change. So a single family home in the greater Nashville area in January was about $305,000. Can you guess what it is now? $348,000. Wow, that is a big jump in just a couple months. And even if you put January aside, saying like, well, that's typically a bit lower, we were still at like $325,000, $330,000. So we've still seen significant jump in just like the past 60 to 90 days. So good news if you're a seller, and the reason that's happening, of course, because we are missing about a third of our inventory. Now, if you are a buyer, this is hard but the great sunny side of this is that interest rates are so low. So it's really cheap money right now, and you really should be honestly more interested in what the interest rate you're paying versus a $10,000 to $20,000 in price point, because that's really where the long range expense comes in, is on the interest rate. So let me know if you need to talk to a lender and want to know what you would qualify for, whether you're selling and you're upgrading, or selling and downsizing, or buying for the first time. Really, conversation with the lender early on is critical, because there's really no point in even getting in the car and going out and looking at houses if you are not pre-approved. All right, there's your recap. Now, if you want your own hyper-local neighborhood analysis, just call me. It takes me 20 minutes to give you comps and tell you what's really happening, where the trends are going.